Do you want to try the mic?
Sure. I don't think it was that. Hello, I think it worked that time. Sorry, I've been sitting here fiddling. I didn't do anything different, but it seems to be working now. Thanks for your patience. Obviously the first time with anything, there's going to be those little bugs. I'm sure we're all used to Zoom meetings and stuff and not having mics working and whatnot. Can you all hear me properly? Perfect. Awesome, thanks. So we have a few people here watching. I was just going to give it a couple more minutes and just give you guys the opportunity to ask any questions that you have about robot vacuums or this robot and just any robot vacuum or this one in particular. Hopefully you'll know a little bit about this Roborock S8 Pro Ultra. It's currently the top Roborock model. It's got pretty much everything: good mopping, 6,000 pascals of suction, object avoidance. It's pretty awesome. It's also the first one to have the dual rollers, which is the big news. You probably know all of this since you're here. But yeah, it's the first one to have dual rollers. So Jim, do you think a max version of the 8 will come out? Based on previous generations, I'd be pretty sure that there will be. They always do release the standard one, and then they've more recently started doing the Pro series as well. And then the max one generally comes out about 9 to 12 months later. So I really do expect there to be an S8 Max V Ultra at some stage. I'm really struggling to imagine what they're going to be putting on this now. Obviously they'll bring back the color camera and give you the option to go to view the footage through the app, but I don't know what else it's likely to do. Does it come in black? Yes, it does come in black in some countries. In New Zealand, where I am, and in Australia, it's only in white, I believe. But in other countries, it will be available in both colors. It just depends on where you are. Aaron asked, what robot vacuum do I personally use at home? At the moment, I actually have a Xiaomi Mop 2 Ultra Plus, and that's not because it's the most amazing, it's because my house is pretty simple and I kind of just rotate through different robot vacuums, and yeah, that just happens to be the one that I have at home. If I had to pick one though, to use in a bigger home and to use permanently, I would take this at the moment for sure. It's got not many weaknesses. How much noise does the cleaning of the mop make, and how long does the cleaning process take? The cleaning of the mop is really quiet. I would say, like, you can easily be watching TV, or you probably wouldn't want to be asleep. It would probably wake you up, but it's not very loud at all. Obviously, emptying the dirt into the dustbin container is a lot louder. Yeah, that you don't want going overnight. Would I say it's worth the extra price compared to the S7? It's funny because I'm actually making a video at the moment comparing this with the S8 and the S8 Plus. It's definitely worth the money over the S7 though. I think that the dual roller, the extra suction, the object avoidance, and then the Ultra Station, it's definitely worth it over an S7 or an S7 Plus. Over an S7 Max V Ultra, it starts to depend a little bit more on your requirements. I think that the mopping is slightly better on this, but it's still kind of close, and the vacuuming performance will only make a difference on hair performance. I think that the denser dirt, like sand and stuff, funnily enough, the S7 Max V Ultra is probably just as good. So there's not that much difference, but if you have carpet and pet hair, this is definitely much better. The mopping is better as well. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that was loud. We'll get started in just a second, but I'll answer a few more questions. When just vacuuming, does debris like pet hair get stuck on the mop part? In theory, not really, because the mop will be lifted up. If it's balled up a bit, then obviously some will still accumulate, but it is self-washing, so it's not really a big deal. How wet does it leave the floors? A lot less wet than what you would do normally, because it leaves it a lot more like evenly spread. Normally when you're mopping, you end up splashing and leaving puddles and whatnot around. So not much. You can do like different settings and stuff. It doesn't make as much difference, I don't really find. I generally just leave it on max water. That's one of the advantages of this, is that it does leave a bit more water than the S7 Max V though, which I found didn't quite get the water right to the edge of the mopping pads. Oh, and this is a really good question, is any word on using non-proprietary cleaning solutions? This is a really, really good topic, because I found that a lot of people have obviously been doing this and you get away with it for quite a long time, but I have actually found that people that do it often end up having problems with water leaking, and it seems to be leaking on the internal tubing in the robot and causing some sort of rust issues on the motherboard and on potentially on the drop sensors as well. So I think it's probably not worth it. Now, I don't know whether the proprietary solution is actually that much better itself, because I've heard of people having issues with that as well. I personally would prefer just to use water and just do a deep mop and clean manually from time to time. Yeah. Cool. So we'll get down to the business that we're all here for. We'll do this draw. Just to cover a couple of terms and conditions. When we draw the winner, we're drawing someone that has commented, liked, and subscribed. We are sending the robot to you, and because it could go to any country in the world, it's being sent to you essentially without warranty. If Roborock want to give you the warranty, then that's up to them, but I can't guarantee it because I don't know where it's going to be going. Same with the freight. We're going to do free freight to anywhere where we can use like a major courier service. If you live in some really remote area of the world, like, you know, an island somewhere that doesn't have freight services, then you may have to pay the freight to get it there. But we'll do our best to do freight to any sort of mainstream country. We have to do, you have to be over 18 to win, all of that good stuff. But there are no real fish hooks. So, without much further ado, we are going to do our winner. Just give me 1 second. So it's just loading up all of the comments. We've kept the entries open right until the last minute. So it's just loading the last comments that have come through. We have got, I think, just over 3,000 entries, which is epic for a channel of our size. Been stoked with that. So we have 3,036 comments. And in the interest of transparency, I'm just going to bring this around to you and show you as we do the draw. It's very unfancy, but I couldn't, going through 3,000 comments manually and doing it all was just too much of a job. So we're using this tool here, as unluxurious as it looks. And in 3, 2, 1, we'll pick the winner. So here we go. So our winner is Luis Gustavo. It would be awesome if he's here. It's probably unlikely, but his comment that he left here, which made me laugh, is amazing. My Roomba J7 combo is crying in the corner as I watch this video. I actually remember seeing that comment come through at the time because I thought it was pretty funny. So anyway, he now has the luxury of choosing whether he keeps it or whether he upgrades. I suspect there will be a used iRobot J7 combo on the market somewhere, probably lightly used, so keep an eye out for that. We will do our best to reach out to you, Lewis. So we'll send you contact details and send us your address, everything that we'll need. If you don't get back to us in 2 weeks, we will have to redraw, so you have 2 weeks to get back to us. yeah, well, that is awesome. I'm stoked for him. He's getting an awesome machine, brand new. It's not even this one, it's a brand new one. Thank you so much to everyone that has entered. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the support. It means so much. We only started this YouTube channel just over 18 months ago, and I'm sure some of the early viewers will know that our first videos were pretty average, but we still got some awesome support, and hopefully onwards and upwards from here. But thank you so much for the support, and keep an eye out for our Roborock S8 and S8 Plus comparison video with the S8 Pro, which I'll go into more details soon, explaining the differences between the three models and whether the extra money is worth it for you or not. If you have any more final questions, I'm happy to answer them. I just thought I'd better get the giveaway out of the way because people have things to do. But yeah, if anyone has any more questions, I'll just answer a few more and then we'll sign off. And hopefully I'll figure out a way to do another giveaway in the future and we can get back online. Utku said, sorry, I probably pronounced your name wrong, but aren't we going to draw a backup winner? It seems like I'd just be teasing whoever the backup winner was because I only have one of them to give away. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Hopefully we don't get to it, I'm sure we won't. He seems pretty keen. Interestingly enough, I actually have no idea where Luis Gustavo is based. It sounds Portuguese, so maybe Portugal or Brazil. Yeah. Andy, I reckon that we redraw and the person watching has to be watching to win. Your odds would be pretty good there. Oh, well. I'm just scrolling through some of the comments that I missed while we're doing the draw. The studio tour. I can do that some other time. I could do a short or something like that. If you're interested. I'm just reading some of the questions I missed. Looks like we got most of them. I missed the most important question of all, which was what brand of googly eyes do I recommend? And I honestly have no idea. That's beyond my expertise. Any pre-sale discount? I tried really, really hard to get some discount. I managed to get some in Australia and New Zealand for people, but I couldn't manage to get any for Europe. And frankly, I think that the launch of the whole S8 range has been a little bit messy. There's been a little bit of confusion, it seems like every country, and there's been not enough stock, and yeah, so obviously with that going on, I've really struggled to get it. Often I would be able to message them, but in this case, didn't manage to get much. Is there a difference between the S7 Max V Ultra and the new S7 Max Ultra? Yes, there is a difference. The main difference is that the Max, let me just get this straight, because I personally find this really confusing as well. The Max Ultra has 5,500 pascals of suction. The Max Ultra has the built-in mop drying function. It still has a single roller brush. It seems pretty similar across the board. I don't think that you can see camera feed through the app as well. I personally found quite a lot more ugly with the added drying function. When will they be available for purchase? As I said, it's been a bit of a mess. All right, well, more people having sound issues. Oh man, I hope you've been able to hear me for the last 15 minutes. Mia, which country are you based in? Can you hear me now? Okay. Uh, can you send me a message after this and I'll let you know? Or just leave a comment on the video even. I'll find out and get back to you. Cool. Well, I actually have got that L10S Ultra video, by the way, done. I have the video. I don't do sponsored videos, so they're not paying us to do the video or anything. But after I did the video, I went to Dreamy and I requested that they give us one to give away. So it's not a sponsored video or anything like that, but I just hoped that they would give one to our subscribers. But I haven't had any response, so we'll just launch that video very shortly. Just got a couple of final tweaks to it. It's a pretty cool machine as well. It's probably the nearest competitor to these Roborock, S7 Max V Ultra and S8, because it's the only one that has the mop lifting function and good mopping and good vacuuming, similar, all of the same specs. It just doesn't have that dual roller function yet. I'm also expecting a Eufy X9. I'm trying to get hold of a Eufy X9 sample to do one of those reviews as well, because that should be a third mop lifting, self-washing competitor to the market with pretty similar specs, although I don't think it has the auto empty function, which will be a bit of a miss. But it could be a pretty good, slightly cheaper option. I kind of expect it to be, although I haven't tested it yet. All right, well, I will let you all get back to your evenings or mornings or nights or wherever you are in the world. Have a great day or night, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you again for joining.